I just want to encourage you today. The mind on the spirit is life and peace. That's what Romans chapter 8 verse 6 says. But the mind on the flesh is death. And we need to learn to operate in the realm of the spirit, where our mind is focused on the spirit all the time and not on the things of the earth, or the first heaven, or the second heaven where demonic forces are. We need to be keeping our minds on the spirit all the time, and that's going to keep you strong and healthy. That's going to help fight off the fear that is associated with the spirit of death that has come into our earth realms through this talk about the coronavirus. And so all this talk is bringing a spirit of death upon the Lord's people, when we have been given power to defeat the enemy in every regard. And so I just want to encourage you today, lift up your head. Do not put your mind on the things of the earth, but the things that are above, and stay in that realm. That will bring you the life and peace that you're looking for. It'll also bring wisdom to you. I just want to share with you, one of the ways to beat this coronavirus is simply to take communion every day. To remember that by his stripes you have been healed, that by the shed blood and the broken body of Jesus Christ, you are healed, saved, delivered, and made whole. And why is that so important? That's really, really important because it means that you're practicing your healing by taking communion every day. And at the end of the month, on Wednesday, March 25th at sundown, we enter the religious calendar year, okay, brand new religious calendar year on the Hebrew calendar, and it's the first month of Nisan. Nisan opens us up to the coming of Passover. And what do we remember in Passover? Exodus chapter 12, God gave instructions to Moses on how to overcome the angel of death. When the angel of death comes in to the camp, we are to put the blood on the door frames, right? The door frames of your home right here. You need to make a cross right on your door frame with the blood of Jesus. And taking communion is our remembrance of that. And so that means the angel of death is going to pass over you. The angel of death is going to skip or jump over you. That's the word Pesach in the Hebrew. And so we need to remember that God has given us everything that we need in order to fight this virus. And you find it by faith. But you should be living this way all the time, regardless of virus, fear, scares, or not. Here's another thing. It's very interesting that this virus is coming right now because Passover is quickly approaching us on the calendar. And so I really believe, and I'm going to say this prophetically, that the Lord is giving us everything we need to fight this virus by faith and by communion now. And on the calendar here is when we are remembering that, because Resurrection Sunday is April 12th. So we are remembering the fact that God sent a deliverer, and our deliverer is Jesus Christ, our Messiah, and his shed blood makes us whole, healed, saved, delivered. We are in sozo because of that. So begin to start taking Passover right now. Don't wait until we enter into the month of April and we begin to talk a lot about it as we approach Resurrection Sunday, the day he raised from the dead and he overcame death. So stand firm and take your communion. Yes, wash your hands. There's a lot of things that you can do. Lysol everything, do what needs to be done. But more than anything, take that communion and remember that you've been given life because he chose death to save you.